In front of a cemetery, a young man bumps into another and apologizes for the accident. Surprised to have been seen, he soon goes after the man to talk to him. Pedro asks if the young man knew where the bus stop was. The brunette replies that there was no bus stop there, and the man apologizes because he had seen the other standing there looking like he was waiting for something. He thought he was waiting for a bus. The man in the gray shirt says that he even had a spot there, but it had been deactivated for a long time there. He was calling a car an app. Lost, he asks, what was an app car? And there's the answer that an app car was for you to mark your location on your cell phone. A car comes to pick you up. And then it was just a matter of agreeing with the driver, and the young man says that he must be interior not to know about it, and the man in the yellow shirt confirms saying yes. Pedro asks the young man if he wanted to win a gold ring. Worried about that, he replies that he didn't like to mess with anything wrong, but the other replies that it was nothing wrong and he just needed him to do him a favor, already explaining that he needed the young man to take the note to his mother. The young man asks if it was just that and when he has confirmation. Minutes later, when they get in the car, Pedro hands him the ring, saying it was his now, and he just needed the young man to deliver this note to his mother, and the young man asks what was her name? And Peter says Martha. The brunette confirms, saying that he understood, and asks if he would stay there in the car. Receiving an answer, he turns around and asks the driver to wait for him because he would only leave very quickly, and the driver confirms. As soon as the young man leaves, the app driver laughs, saying that it was every crazy person who appeared in that car, talking to himself. The young man calls at the gate. A woman opens the gate, asking who was he. The young man asks if she was the Martin. Does she confirm and question what she wanted? The brunette replies that he had come to bring a note. Dona Marta finds it strange and asks which ticket. He responds by saying that her son Pedro had asked him to deliver. Pedro's mother, in disbelief, begins to say that he was a sick person, he survived on donations, and he came here to her house to say that her son had given him this note, and her son had died 12 years ago, and asks not to do that. With a mother. The poor boy, without understanding, asks how Peter was dead, since he was there now, and he was in the car. In denial, Dona Marta says that this was not possible, but the brunette says he was there at the cemetery door with him and asks the lady to accompany him, to show Pedro in the car. Getting close to the car, the young man doesn't see Pedro and asks the driver if he knew where the boy was. The driver asks which boy, the Moreno one, was talking to himself, and asks to pay his fare soon or get in the car. The young man turns to Dona Marta and apologizes, but that her son had actually stopped him there in front of the cemetery door and had even given him a ring, in exchange for delivering that letter. Marta asks to see that ring, and the young man shows it, and the mother confirms that it really was his ring, as Pedro worked in a jewelry factory, but had died 12 years ago in a car accident. The young man says he was sorry for everything here, but he needed to leave. Minutes later, Marta begins to read her son's letter that started with him calling her mom, and that he was fine, and he also missed her. And he wants her to move on, and that one day they would meet, but while that day didn't come, he asks her to take care of herself. She had taught him that everything in this life had a purpose, and that at the right time she would understand, and kept his jewelry hidden in the backyard and hadn't told anyone, and now they were hers, ending saying he loved her. Dona Marta looks at the sky and thanks her son for that gift.